Cut. Go. Hey everybody, Dr. Eric Herman, the Guru Chiropractor. Sorry, I'm laughing a little bit. We just had a couple bloopers before we got this nice one here. Anyway, Guru Chiropractor, again with another new patient, Mr. Tom. Give me some of that. Drove in from Long Island. Yes, how many? What, hour and a half drive over? An hour and a half. Yeah. No traffic, so. No. But that, that's a little ways out there.
A little bit.
So I appreciate you taking the ride. He knows about the ring dinger.
I do.
And he found me, and I guess I'm one of the closest.
Yes, very, yeah. The other place was Texas, so I was
Texas.
Like, no.
Yeah. So better than flying out on a plane and everything like that.
Yeah.
You've had other chiropractors before. You've tried other chiropractic.
I have.
Not helping you as much as you want, right?
No.
All right. Basically, he's got lower back as your chief complaint, right?
Yes.
Low back pain. It's been going on for about 3 or 4 years. Getting worse, so it's progressive. And I would rate that even on the verge of being chronic, 3 or 4 years of back pain. Yeah. It's not constant, but it's frequent. It's frequently there.
Correct.
For the majority of the time, it was on the left, and sometimes with occasional shooting down into your left glute, which could be early stages of sciatica. But lately, how long lately did we talk about that? How long has it been shifted to the right?
Probably like the last 3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months. Yeah. It shifted to the right dominant. And I told them, I've seen that before. The pelvis and the lower back, it's all connected. Mm-hmm. And if you don't properly address a back problem, over time, it gets worse. It's degenerative and progressive in nature without the proper intervention. Mm-hmm. So that makes sense. The right side's bothering him, but not all into the glute yet on the right, just up in the lower back, and I call it the sacroiliac area, the pelvic area. Okay. It maxes out at a 7 out of 10, which is pretty nasty, and it averages about a 4. And currently, when we were talking in the health history interview, it was 2 today. So it's kind of mild right this minute, right?
Mild, yeah.
But it's not enough to take you out of the game. Like, it doesn't like bench you, but it's annoying. You told me it's just annoying.
It's an annoying thing.
And I get it. All right. Also a little bit of neck, right? Tightness mostly.
Yep.
And you got a little bit on that right elbow area, some pain. Can I say what you do for work?
Sure.
He's a mechanic, so he's wrenching all day long, and leaning over the hoods in weird positions, right? Crawling around while you're doing work. I get it. You're not my first mechanic by stretch, so I know what that does to the body. It's been doing it 8-9 years.
About 8 years.
Yeah. So, we thank you for fixing our cars, but we know how much it beats up the body. So we're going to do our best today. He's going to get a ring dinger and a full body, I think, because I'm saying that because we haven't done the exam. I decided we're going to do the exam today on camera, which usually I don't do once in a while. But for you, I don't know why. I just decided we're going to do a checkup. So first we're going to do a checkup. And as long as everything pans out and there's no red flags or no unusual things showing up in the exam, that's going to be my best recommendation. And I think that's what you're here for anyway, right?
That's what I'm here for.
And then we're going to roll right into a full body adjustment and a ring dinger full spine decompression pull.
Cool.
And hopefully you're going to be walking out.
Oh, sprinting out.
Doing a lot better. And because we have Diana behind the camera, I say it a lot, she's my good luck charm. Whenever Diana films, miraculous things happen. So she brings me good luck.
That's great.
All right. Anything you want to say for us before we roll in? Anything you want to say? You don't have to, but I'm just saying. Good to go?
Yeah, good to go.
All right. Let me put my notes down here. Come sit on the stool first. We're going to do a neck exam. Face that way. So from this point on, during the exam and during the treatment, if anything I'm doing to you doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right, or increases, any pain or discomfort, let me know right away.
Okay.
I'll stop immediately and we'll talk about it. Hopefully we'll figure it out. But I can't read your mind, so you got to verbally communicate.
Yep, you got it.
All right. Otherwise, stay as relaxed as you can and I'll do the rest. First thing, I just take a little quick peek at your posture. Look forward, kind of sit. Little quick posture eval from the seated position. It's not ideally the best way to evaluate posture, but since you're here, I'm going to take a look. I'm seeing a slight high shoulder on the right and a slight It's not huge, but it's a little bit high here on the right, and you have a little bit of a head rotation also to the right, because I can see your ears. Your left ear is a little bit more forward than your right ear. Okay. So usually when your posture is not neutral, it's from abnormal muscle tension more on one side than the other, sort of pulling you out. And also could be from the joints getting jammed up and constantly pulling you out of normal alignment. Okay. The good news is when that gets released, without doing much else, a lot of times your posture just pops back to more of a neutral position effortlessly. Okay. That's true postural correction. So we're going to see afterwards. Let me feel now. Let me do a little palpation of the neck. Lower neck definitely is what's called hypermobile, which means tighter than normal. Okay. And hyper tonistic is the word. I almost forgot the word. Hypertonistic basically is a fancy name for saying spasm or tight muscles. And worse on the right, and that makes sense because the higher side is usually the tighter side. It gets pulled up. Okay. So I'm feeling, I don't know if you could tell, I'm feeling a lot more tightness this way. Definitely. Yeah. All right, now I want to see how well your mobility is in your neck. So I'll move you, but I'm going to go slow and easy. You be passive, let me move you. We're going to just turn, rotate, tilt, back and forth. If it gets to a certain point where it starts bothering you, let me know too, like a certain range of motion. Okay. All right, so first, rotate to the right. Okay. Not horrible, actually. A little bit, but negligible. Maybe a couple degrees more. So that's pretty good going to the right. Go to the left now. Okay, see how that stops? I don't know if your eyes are open, but look. That's where your nose is. Normal, you should be able to get it to about here. So it's a little bit tighter, but not horrible. When I stretch it, does it bother you? Like on the left, on the right?
I feel it more like
there, on that right side. Yep, that's from the tightness. When you feel it on the opposite side that you're turning to, it's usually the muscle being tight. Okay. If you would have felt it on the same side, it's usually the jamming in the joints. Okay. So that is correlated to the tightness on the right side. All right, tilt to the left. See, yeah, that's tight too. Okay, tilt to the right. Yep. Both sides are tight going that way. Any pain when I was stretching it?
On each side, yeah.
When it went in full range motion?
Down, yeah, I definitely felt it like in the same type of area on both sides.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now come backwards. Range of motion's not that bad, but do you feel any pain or pinching anything in here?
Yeah, definitely at the back of my neck.
Yeah. Yeah. What does it feel like?
Like
pinch, like a jamming, Sensei?
Tight pinch. Yeah.
Yep. All right. No, any dizziness when your head was back?
No.
All right, good.
No.
Chin down now, as far down as you can get it. All right, that's good. Normal, you should just easily hit the chin to the chest. Okay. Anything abnormally pulling here or even down in here?
Yeah, I actually felt it like kind of right around here, like
by the shoulder blade.
Yeah.
Like more pull. Yeah. Yep. All right, it's all tight in there. That makes sense. Now I'm going to do what's called cervical compression test, which means I'm going to just push down on your head a little bit to add a little more compression to your neck and somewhat in your upper back too. Okay. If that causes any pinching or pain or increases any symptoms whatsoever, let me know. Okay. Stay loose as a goose. Any pain? Anything abnormal?
Not pain. I just I felt like probably like the top middle part of my back. Like I definitely felt it there when you press down.
Like a little more pressure there?
Pressure, yeah.
All right. Pressure. I'm going to isolate one side at a time to get a little more specific and see if that roots out anything. Okay. Look backwards a little bit, tilt to the right, stay there. Anything?
More on the right side of my
lower here too? Or here?
A little bit lower.
Like here?
Yep.
Okay. So that basically, let's do the other side first before I talk. This way, stay there.
It didn't
not too much, huh?
Yeah, not like the other side.
Okay. Yeah. Again, right side's higher, right side's tighter. Yeah. So right side seems to be a little more problematic. Yeah. So that indicates that there's already compression there. Because if there wasn't compression and I do a little push down, you should feel nothing. Yeah. No symptoms, nothing abnormal, nothing unusual. So that's kind of to confirm. Now I'm going to stretch your head up a little bit, do a little mini decompression. Okay. Let me know in general how that feels like. Okay. I like it. It feels good. I want more. even if it gives you any relief, let me know that.
Okay.
Or no, neutral, kind of feels like nothing different.
You
Okay?
got it, yeah.
Stay relaxed.
Yeah. Took the weight off my shoulders, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
like it gave you a little bit of...
Yeah, maybe like breathing room.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. I will say this. When a patient gives me favorable feedback from this test, they usually kick ass with the ring dinger. So
cool. That's great.
Hopefully that's going to be you for today.
That's great.
All right. One more last thing. Sit normal. Don't try to sit straight. Now I want to see about your forward head posture because that's epidemic in our society. The way to measure it is, so what you do is you cut the shoulder directly in half, and if you're wearing your shirt correctly, usually it's the seam that goes down. You take the shoulder, you cut it in half, you go straight back to the skull, and that's where the hole in your ear should be. Now, I don't have a measuring device, but it ain't, your hole ain't right here.
No.
So I'm estimating about 2.5 inches. Your head's coming forward too much off your body. Yeah. Head should be right directly on top of the body for ideal posture. Yep. And what happens is because we look down too much, we're slouching, stress can do it, even injury and whiplash could cause it to get popped forward. The weight of the adult male head is about 15 to 17 pounds, like a bowling ball, right? And when it's on top of your body, the body balances it properly. You're also supposed to have a reverse C curve in your neck. And when the head comes forward, it pulls the C curve out and it straightens the neck. They call that military neck. Okay. And also the discs are in front. So when the curve in the neck straightens, it compresses the discs. So just the mere fact that you have forward head posture tells me you definitely have abnormal compression in the discs in your neck. The good news, okay, all that's negative stuff. But the good news is, folks out there, and for you too, the good news is the ring dinger has been the most effective technique that I've used over my career to reduce this. A lot of patients, I'm making a prediction, but I'm not making a promise. Most of my patients, this can reverse by up to 50% with one pull. So that's why I measure it now. Then we're going to look at it after we do the pull. Well, at the end of the visit, we're going to look at it and see what it is now. So I said it was 2.5 inches, right?
About, 2.5 inches.
All right.
Yep.
So we'll see afterwards. Now, I'm done here with the neck. So what I want you to do now is go face down on this table, put your face where the paper is, rest your hands on those side cushions. I just got to write a few notes here on your exam form because I don't remember things too good. Coming back over, and now I'm just looking at your posture as you lay on your belly, because a lot of times that shows me stuff, sometimes not, but sometimes yes. Hold on. Yeah, I'm still seeing that high right shoulder. Now, instead of the shoulder being higher up towards your head, what I'm seeing here is your shoulder blade is higher on the right, is higher towards the ceiling. So it's not only is it pulling up towards your head, it's also going back. Well, it depends on your body reference. So as your body lays here, it's going too high towards the ceiling. Again, that's a sign of way too much tension all around this area. Okay. Weren't you complaining that your shoulder was popping and clicking? Was this side? Yep. Correlation. Also, was it your elbow on the right? Yep. That's also a correlation. A lot of times, if you have pinching in the nerves in your lower neck, they feed your shoulder, your arm, all the way down to your fingers, and it could make inherent weaknesses on this arm, which make you more susceptible for more injuries on this side. That's kind of like a working diagnosis right now of what's going on with you. Is it 100%? I don't know. But that's my working diagnosis, and it's definitely way tighter here. All right, let me look at your lower back. Posture-wise, it doesn't look too bad. Pretty neutral in your hips, level, and not any torquing going on. But again, when I feel it, today, your right SI is way more jammed, way tighter here than it is on the left. Can you feel the difference when I push this side compared to this?
Yeah, it's like you can barely push.
Yeah, this side's way, way tighter. All right, I want to do a couple orthopedic tests for the lower back and the pelvis. First thing is a simple bend. I'm going to simply just bend up your knees.
Okay.
Normal response, you should get a stretch in your front of your thighs.
Okay.
If that happens, I don't even care. You don't even have to tell me because that's normal.
Okay.
But when I bend the knees up, if anything in the lower back or the hips or the pelvis, I call them if the 3 Ps. If any of the 3 Ps happens, let me know. Pulling, abnormal pulling, pinching, or pain.
Okay.
Happens here when I bend the knees up, or gets worse.
Yep.
All right. La-da-dee, bend. What's that feel like in your lower back? Anything happening?
I mean, like, I can feel it like a little bit, but like not like pain.
Right.
Yeah.
What does it get? A little tighter? Like a little more pulling?
Yeah, it's kind of like, not pulling, actually, like compressing.
Like it feels like it's squeezing down and compressing more?
Yeah.
Where, here? Or
side, honestly.
here?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a positive, yeah. Actually, this test tests for compression.
Okay.
So that's a positive test that indicates you have compression down here. You also have compression here, so that actually qualifies you for the ring dinger because the ring dinger is decompression. And it's the best decompression on the planet, in my opinion. Now I want to check how well the sacroiliac joint is as far as mobility goes. So I'm going to press down a little bit on your tailbone. Start with your left leg. Don't bend it at the knee. So in other words, keep it stiff from here to the foot. Lift that one up as high as you can. Go straight up. No bend. You're bending. Lift the thigh up too. The whole thing. Yeah. Okay. All right. Drop it down. It goes up normal range of motion, but did it cause anything abnormal here? Any of the 3 Ps?
Yeah.
What happened?
I felt a little bit of pain. Like, not like pain, kind of like that same like compressing in and out, like on that lower left back area.
Yep. So that is another way of confirming it, but it's not messing with the range of motion yet. That's a good thing, but still you're jammed up here.
Okay.
Now do the same thing on the right. Lift the right leg up. Okay. All right. It went up normal. Drop it down. Looks like you struggled a little bit getting it up there.
Yeah.
Did it feel tight? Pulling?
Pulling a little.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
But not too bad?
No, not bad.
All right, good. Not too bad. Not too bad. Now, when I push down in here, is there anything soreness, any tenderness under my thumb? It kind of feels like you're pushing on a bruise.
It does.
Anything? Is that what I'm asking you? Yeah, right here?
Yeah. Kind of,
Okay. How about as I go up a little higher?
Not as
much.
No.
So this is like ground zero here?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's L5S1. Remember we were talking earlier?
Yeah.
So that's the lowest joint in your spine, very highly correlated with sciatica. So that makes sense too. All right. Anything sore out in this area? Yes or no? No? Okay. How about on the right side in that area?
No, not really.
No tender? Okay, good. So not a lot of inflammation or irritation here, but definitely here.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what's going on up top. Not too bad here. Once I start hitting the middle back, it gets a little abnormally tight here. Any soreness?
Kind of like that same feeling when you were
Push down?
Yeah.
Is this the area, remember when I pushed down on your neck, before we did one side at a time, you said it was pinching?
Exactly where it was.
Yeah, so this is jammed up, that's why. We added a little bit more there. This is already compressed, and it gave you, abnormal sensation. Not too bad through here. Then lower neck. Yeah, lower neck is really jammed up, both sides. Anything sore here?
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
feel like a little bit of pain.
How about on this side?
More than that, yeah.
Yeah, this side's worse, right?
Yep.
There's a little bump in there, so there's definitely some compression in your lower cervicals. Upper neck,
No, not
not
really.
too, it doesn't feel too bad to me either. I was about to say not too bad. All right, so the main areas for you, boom, 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 and the lower neck, boom, boom. Those are the main problematic areas. So basically, I'm done with the exam. Through the health history and through the exam, no red flags showed up. I screened you for all the contraindications, and you didn't have any, so it's safe to treat.
Great.
So amen to that. And I definitely feel that you're the right, you got what I fix. So I really feel confident that this is going to be helpful for you. So I'm ready if you're ready.
Right.
And we don't really say this on camera, but Zach should have went over the fees and everything with you. You're clear about option 2, how much it cost?
No.
Yes. No. He went over everything with me.
Oh, you're the one that booked him? Ah.
She's
We're
aware
aware of everything.
All right, you're clear about the fees? I just wanted to make sure $320 for today.
Yes, he knows.
All right, cool. All right, because I don't like any understandings on the way out. I want to make sure we handle it now before we get started.
Of course.
All right, I'm ready. So here we go. We're gonna start here. So lay back down, get relaxed. I'm gonna start by doing a little massage first, just to warm up the muscles, loosen you up a little bit, using my thumper massager. And then we're going straight back in the back room for your first ring dinger. See how your body handles that and what happens. Then we'll come back on this table, reevaluate a couple of those tests, see what's changed so far, and then we're going to do a whole full spine release on this table. And then we're going to also release all the peripheral joints, the main peripheral joints in your body. Collarbones, even anterior ribs, front of your chest ribs, elbows, wrists, fingers, hips, knees, toes, arches. We're going to hit everything. Then we'll see how you are. Anything sore when I'm going over it with the massager?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, usually this kind of roots out or roots up the sore spots. Whoop. Good. You nervous about the ring dinger or are you good?
No, I'm good.
Nice. Some people get nervous. Including me. I still get a little jittery when I get on the table, and I've had about 25 ring dinger pulls. Do you know, by the way, the camera, for the people out there and for you guys here, do you know what they call, when you pop yourself, you know what the official word for that is? Chirobation.
Chirobation.
It's like masturbation, but you're doing chiropractic on. It's not the official word. It's a joke. It's a joke. These guys believe me out in the back. Ah, gotcha. Come on. Now, we've been using that joke forever, though. Subluxation is the condition that a lot of chiropractors, the technical term that chiropractors use for the jammed up joint and all that stuff. I try to talk in terms that people understand and get. So I don't like using a lot of technical terms just to show how smart I am. Plus, the true facts are I forgot most of them anyway. No, just kidding. All right, enough. We sanded down the high spots on you. But that right shoulder is a little lower now, too. So that tells me you got a little looser even from the massage. It's almost normal now. Wow, that released pretty good. All right, come on up from here. Go slow. Take your time coming off the table. And we're going in the back room. Keep your hands up here. I got to feel the top of your hips because you got to get lined up a certain way on the table. Slide down about 1 inch. You're a little high. A little bit more. Right there. All right. You work on just getting your body as relaxed as you can. I'm going to raise up the table first, just basically to the height that I like it at, that feels comfortable for me to do a good pull. And then secondly, the table's going to raise up your knees.
Okay.
Very important, because what that does is, it sometimes with big guys, the platform gets glitchy. Do this, stay there. It rotates your pelvis. Yeah, it's glitchy today. Can you bend them up? Hold it there for like 5 seconds. I'm sorry. It rotates your pelvis this way.
Okay.
And what happens, hold on, once I get this good. Now let him come down gentle. Good, perfect. Normally, the lumbar spine is curved like this. They call it a lordosis. So is the neck. And the middle back is curved in the opposite direction. You got 3 curves. Top and bottom go like this. Middle back goes like this. So when you're in normal posture, it's like this. So the vertebrae are stacking like around the rainbow.
Okay.
And when you pull, it's harder to release. When the legs come up, it rotates the pelvis this way and flattens out your lower back temporarily while you're in this posture. So now the vertebrae are stacking like dominoes. Okay. So when you pull, it's much easier to release. So that's why we do it. Yeah. So now I got to pin you in real tight here above the hips. It's got to be snug.
Yep.
Do. You good? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Now we do the other side. You good? Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. Let me have your hands back to me. This is not any part of the treatment. I'm just making sure you're pinned evenly and properly. Good. Now rest them here. The towel goes around your neck, but it's really not, for the folks out there and for you, it's really not on your throat. It's not choking this way. It hugs the back of your skull and you're under your jawbone like this. But my hands are not big enough to get a good enough grip. So the towel gives me better grip, so I give a good pull. I spritz it with a little water so I don't slip. Basically, just makes it a little more easy to grab. Good. Lift up your neck. Come down. Stay relaxed. Your job, most important, keep your teeth touching together. Mm-hmm. Don't bite down too hard because then it makes your neck tight. Mm-hmm. But keep them closed so when I pull, you don't bang your teeth. And then keep your body as relaxed as you can be, and I'll help you with that. And I'll do the rest. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready to get your first ring dinger, get released? I'm getting a grip. Stay loose as you can. Nice and relaxed here. Everything melting into the table. Boom.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh my God.
All the way down?
All the way.
Bingo. That was a proper ring dinger. Now you're not a virgin anymore.
Wow, man.
Because
holy shit.
people that
I'm sorry for my life.
No,
Oh.
I have a rated R channel, so you can curse. Yeah.
Wow, that was different. That was amazing. No.
Now you've had traditional chiropractic adjustments, right?
Yeah.
What about this compared to that? See how much more you get with one pull, get the whole spine?
Yeah, I've never experienced that before, I'll tell you that. That was amazing.
100%. It's special, and it helps a lot of people. Good. Any pain? Was it painful?
Like the first second of it was, but after it's I mean that thing, it shot.
Bing.
It went all the way.
Ding.
All the way down. That was amazing.
That's a proper ring dinger. By the way, did you ever wonder why it's called ring dinger? Do you know?
I don't.
Well, since we brought it up, we'll tell the story for the camera and for you. Dr. Johnson, who invented it, right? Okay. Did you ever go to the carnivals and the fairs where you hit the hammer and you ring the bell at the top of the pole, right?
Yeah.
So he visualizes, he initially when he first started doing it, he wanted to ring the bell, which is get it released all the way down to the bottom. So he came up with the name Ring Dinger to ring that bell. And you got that bell rung today, buddy.
I felt like I gained more air. Like
I should get a prize every time I ring the bell like they do at the carnival. A big stuffed animal, though.
I can almost breathe better. It's crazy.
Yes.
Wow.
Because especially when it releases your thoracics, your middle back,
Yeah.
the ribs are intimately related to the spine and the chest. And if you get tight in your middle back, it 100% can restrict respiration.
Yeah.
And when you get it released, it's easier to breathe. So good for you on that one. Do you stay here? Okay. Stay here. Do you feel like your body's more comfortable laying flat, like less pull and less tug? And
it's crazy.
Because that's a good indicator too.
I haven't been able to lay flat and not feel pain in my back for a long time.
Gimme.
For a long time.
Let's celebrate that because that's incredible.
Yeah.
All right. Good job. Before you get up, though, I want to do a little more. I want to at least check and probably do a little more releasing your neck.
Okay, cool.
And then we're going to get you on your feet, see how you feel standing, maybe a little walking. Relax. Nice. Drop the shoulder. Good. Bingo. All right. Now your neck is even better. Okay. Now I'm done with you here. So when you feel ready, slow and smooth and steady, come on back up on your feet. And once you get standing, pause for a second while you're standing and feel your body and tell me and tell the camera what feels different now that you're upright.
I feel 7 foot.
I'm not even kidding you. You kind of look a little taller, but everybody looks tall to me. But
yeah, I mean,
you can get a little taller when you get decompressed, but move around a little bit. See if you feel less restricted.
Yeah. I mean, it's sore, it's sore, but
sore is normal.
Yeah.
Because remember we talked about those adhesions that we try to break free?
Yeah.
Sometimes that creates soreness afterwards.
Yeah.
Sorry, but it's part of the healing process. But
listen, that was great.
All right, good job.
That was great.
Appreciate it. Go through, walk a little bit, and then when you're ready, face back down there. I want to recheck your posture, recheck a couple of those orthopedic tests. Yeah, it literally has the potential to completely alter your biomechanics with one pull.
Yeah.
That's why I get excited. I get excited because it's that good.
Wow.
All right, face back down, sir, because we only halfway done. We got more work to do. Everybody gets fixated on the ring dinger, which they kind of should because it's amazing. But the work I do now on this table is also extremely important, and has a lot of synergy with the ring dinger. When you put them together, that's where really the big good results happen. All right, so I'm just looking. Just making sure you're relaxed. Good. All right, let's see. That right shoulder blade is not perfect, but it's way lower than it was before. Before it was up a little bit like this. Hope the camera picked it up the first time. So that tells me this region is a lot looser than it was before. Has to be. Without even examining, I would bet big money it's looser. All right. Remember when I bent up the knees? You said it was pulling a little bit to the left here, right here, right? All right, I'm going to redo the bend. Okay. Tell me if it feels the same or reduced or gone. Occasionally it's gone. Bend.
Wow.
What does it feel like now?
I can't feel anything really from before.
Yeah, so what you complained about the first time we bent, it's completely gone?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Woo, that's a very good sign. Big Tom, who I thought was Chris. Good. And when I feel it here, it definitely feels looser to the touch. A little bit more wiggle in the joint, which is what's supposed to happen, and a lot less tightness in the muscles around the joint, which is also really good, really good. All right, now we're going to do more adjusting down here first and then all the way up using a technique called the drop technique. Yep. So slide down a couple inches towards your feet, right there. And maybe a teeny bit more, I lied. Right there, good. Now the belly part, there's a trap door. It's going to drop down.
Okay.
just to give me more room to do a deeper release.
Yeah.
Plus, this is also for pregnant women. I'm certified to treat pregnant women, by the way, you guys out there, all the way through the third trimester. As long as there's no complications, we can adjust safely for those women out there that get back problems when they're carrying a baby. All right, this thing's gonna pop up in a second.
Yeah.
And when I push down on you, it's gonna go boom. So I'm gonna go boom, 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 boom. And then we'll do the rest up this way, but I'll raise up the trapdoor. Stay relaxed. Good. Nice. Hold on, misfire. Good. Coming around. Nice. Nice. Good. Nice. All right. Even looser now. All right, I'm gonna bend up again. Just tell me if it's still good.
Yep.
Posture looks really good. Still good?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna do that other test where you lifted it stiff.
Okay.
It went up normal. Well, we have it on camera this time. But you had some pinching or something going on here when you lifted, yeah? I'm looking to see if that got different, okay? So go ahead and lift this one as high as you can. Whew, that even went higher. Drop it down. Easier to lift?
Yeah. Much easier.
Beautiful. Any pinching or pulling or pain?
No.
Beautiful. Do this one. Same thing, went up even higher. The first time you did it, it was kind of normal, but that's like above normal. No pitching, pulling, or pain?
No.
All right, so I declare the pelvis and the lower back a lot better. Is it perfect? Probably not, but getting close to it. Remember when I pushed here, you said it was sore?
Yeah.
How about now?
Not as much, man.
Reduced.
Yeah.
All right, all these things are my like midpoint check to make sure or to confirm or to at least see and if you're making progress. And you definitely are. Now I'm raising up the belly. Now we're gonna do some drops through the middle back and a little bit in the upper back. Again, your job, stay relaxed. Good. Changed. Nice. Any pain there? There was some soreness.
A little bit.
Is it reduced compared to the before?
Wait, yeah, a lot.
Yeah, remember I told you there were some bumps in there?
Yeah.
They're a lot flatter.
Yeah.
Look up a little bit to the sky, a little higher. Now stretch to the right. Just let it go. Let it relax. Stretchy. Yep, you're good. You're good. Perfect. Okay. Now I can't see any difference between that right shoulder blade and that left shoulder blade. That's pretty damn significant for one visit. Very good, very good, very good. You're making significant progress. All right, roll over on your back now, face up. Coming through. Slide down a couple inches towards your feetsies. A little more. Right there, right there. You comfortable? Head's comfortable?
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to work on the front a little bit, which 99 out of 100 chiropractors don't do the front. But I do because there's joints here and they're related to your shoulder and your neck. So we're going to release the collarbones on both ends and a little bit in the front anterior ribs. Helps with breathing, helps with neck, helps with shoulder issues. So also when your posture, when your head goes forward, your shoulders also tend to round forward. You tend to go like this and like this. This is going to help unjam anything that's keeping your shoulders pushed too much forward, so they square off more on top of your body. Okay, so just bring your arms out, like make a T with your body. Stay there. Good. 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 That's the AC joint, acromioclavicular, where the collarbone attaches to the shoulder. This one is the SC joint, sterno, which is the sternum, sternoclavicular, where the collarbone attaches to the sternum, which is the chest plate. Then a little bit anterior ribs. Good. All right, rest your hands wherever you're comfortable. Don't stop flashing my audience. All right, now we're going to do a knee pull. If the knee needs a release, and if all the stars and the planets line up properly, you should get a good release in the knee, and maybe even up here in the hips even more. Your job, give me a loose floppy leg. That's it. I'll do the rest. Relax it. Yes. Yeah. Don't kick me though. Your leg's in a very, very vulnerable position right now for me. Let it go. Drop it. Nice. Slide back up. I didn't feel anything release, but we gave a good tug. You okay getting your toes popped? Or you want me to leave them alone?
Leave them.
That's why I asked, because some people are, you know, particular. How about the ankle, though? You okay if I pull? Okay. Relax. Loose the foot. Loose. Let it go here. Good. Now we do the knee on the other side. Drop it and loose. Let it go. Good. Slide back up. No toes? Yeah, no toes. Relax. Good. Nothing popping, but even if it doesn't pop, if it mobilizes and loosens up the joint, that's beneficial. That's therapeutic. Slide up about a ½ inch towards your head. Right there. Now we're going to do the ball and socket in the shoulder. And I lately have been using the drop. Just more efficient. Relax it. Good. Good. Coming around on the other side. Bend. Let it loose. Good. Okay. I'm done with you on this table.
Okay.
So when you feel ready, come on up from here and notice how it feels getting up from laying down, because that's also problematic for people with back problems. So I want to see if it's easier for you.
I mean, it definitely was easier just to get up from right there.
That's what I mean.
Like, I still feel a little bit of tension in my lower back, but 100 times better.
Reduced. Significantly?
Significantly.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, I don't go for perfection on the first visit. It's not realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for expectations either. But significant improvement is definitely what we're looking for, and that's what you got for. So amen to that. I want to do a couple more releases. We're gonna, unless you don't want to do it, but I want to release the elbow, the wrist, and the fingers.
Sure.
Then we're gonna just recheck your forward head posture. I want to see how much that improved.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about how you're doing, and then we'll talk about what to do next based on that. Okay? So come sit here again.
Facing that way.
Yeah, well, actually face this way.
This way.
So I can have your left elbow. Stay loose and floppy. I'm not going to go crazy with the elbow. Drop it in my hands. Heavy and floppy. Drop it. Good. A little crunchy, but not too much. Now the wrist. Floppy. Good. Pull back a little bit. There it goes. I know you use these a lot for your job. Pull. Good.
Yeah.
We got to keep these are your money makers.
Oh, yeah.
Mine too.
They are. Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Rotate this way a little bit. Drop it. Heavy. So you got to take good care of your arms and your elbows and your joints and your wrist, your hands. That one's popped a little bit. Floppy. Loose. Good. There it goes. Pull. Good. That was big release. Good. Done. Face that way. I just want to see what your head posture looks like now. To the best of my ability, this is cutting it in half. straight back. Remember, before I wasn't even touching your ear.
Yeah.
So it's 1.5 inches. So it came back a whole inch, which is extremely significant for just one treatment. That's incredible. If you would have asked me before I started doing the ring dinger, if that was even possible, I would say, hell no. But it's been very consistently happening since the ring dinger. Now, let's see. I mean, let's see about this. Yeah, even from this perspective, your shoulders are more even this way and more even this way. And that rotation is almost gone. It's a little bit, but it's definitely, based on looking at your ears, it's definitely not as rotated. So a lot less tension here, a lot more released, and posture is a lot more optimal. Turn. You get more flexibility.
Yeah.
Look at this one. Good. It's okay? Okay. I'm happy. Well, that's a good ending point for today.
Yeah.
You did really well according to my measurements and my exams. So I'm happy for you. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to add?
I just the relief that was insane.
Yeah.
It was. So I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. It's like a feeling that I never thought was. I was just always crunched up. I felt like, and when you did that, I felt like it opened up everything. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad. That is how you're describing that, you got an ideal release.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't last forever. Sorry, that's the bad news.
Of course.
It's like a tune-up for the body, right?
Yeah.
If you tune up your car, you're a car guy.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong. If you tune up your car and you get the best tune-up in the world, but then you keep driving it, is that the only time it needs a tune-up?
You're gonna have to get another tune-up.
Hello. Hello. Yes. If you want the best ideal benefits and ongoing benefits from chiropractic treatments, it has to be, you have to get tuned up on a semi-regular basis to keep you there. The longer you stay in a tuned up state, what happens to a car when it goes out of tune and you keep driving it? Breaks down quicker. Chances of breakdown accelerate, yes or no?
Yeah.
How about wear and tear? Does that accelerate? Yes. How about function? Does that go down? Yes.
It does.
Mr. Mechanic.
Yes, it does.
Same thing's true for the human body. So just know that.
Yeah.
I don't pressure. I don't try to sell or push nobody. I don't want to. It's your job, your body, your health, your responsibility.
Yeah.
My responsibility is to give you my knowledge, give my recommendations, and give you my best treatment when you show up and are ready for a treatment.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
What you do with it, that's you. That's on you.
Yep.
So hopefully, if you want to do the best thing ongoingly for your back, come back when you feel like you need more.
Yeah.
So how are you going to know when you need more? I'm going to tell you right now and tell them out there. So here's how I do it. Most chiropractors and physical therapists at this stage where like we're done with the initial visit, most of them are going to be trying to get you on a projected out care plan, sometimes for months and months and months, even years. I've been hearing some of these people are trying to do 2-3 times a week for initially, and then they start weaning you down. And I used to do some of that back in the day, but I don't do that anymore. Why? Because I can't predict the future. So I really, truly, the honest God's honest truth is, I don't know how much more this guy needs. I don't know how much more you need. I really don't. So the only way, knowing that I can't predict the future, neither can those other people.
Of course.
If they could, they wouldn't be working. They'd be on their private island with their mega yacht and their, having a good old time. You get me?
Yep.
So the most integrous way to manage a patient, in my opinion, is visit by visit decisions based on what's going on in the moment when you come back and you present and I do an exam, make another decision. Or after I do a treatment, like now, we recheck you and how you did for that treatment, we can either recommend another one or not, right? So what I tell my patients is go home let your body heal for a couple days. Because it could even be better after the healing happens. And then make a final decision after 2 or 3 days go by about how this helped you.
Okay.
If you feel 100%, which I doubt, not because I suck and you're really bad. But I mean, just because that's how it works. I mean, you don't fix everything in one visit. It's just not realistic.
Yeah.
If you feel partially better, but you have a sense like, hell yes, this really made a big difference for me, but I don't feel all the way fixed, that's probably going to be the scenario. Then I would recommend come back for another one relatively quickly, within a week or two.
Okay.
If you want to go for more, like if you want to try to get yourself even better and even more ideally balanced, then come back quickly. And then we just keep doing that scenario until you feel happy and satisfied with how you feel then and how you're functioning and all that. And then you go on an as needed basis. Now, how do you know when you need it? I teach three ways to tell. Number one, if you got any pain, God forbid, but hello, if back pain comes back and it's persistent for more than a day or two, that's a major indicator to come back for treatment. Okay. Number two is if you get jammed up and tight again, you feel that, and you can't get rid of it with any self-care or any other things you're trying, that's another major reason to come back. And then third, we talked about it a little bit, I don't know if it was on camera or off camera, when you get that urge to pop yourself, if that comes back, for sure, you're ready for another tune-up.
Yeah.
So when that starts happening, know that, same thing as a car, your body's in a position where it's more prone for big injuries, it wears out quicker, and it performs lower. Knowing that you're in that state when those characteristics happen, come back as soon as you want to come back to get that fixed.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's quick, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
All right, folks. So I'm doing a little teaching, but it's important. Part of being a doctor is not just treating. I believe it's also about educating your patients on the right way to take care of themselves so that they can, A, use the treatment most efficiently, and B, take care of themselves out there in the world so they stay as healthy as they can. So I try to do a lot of that too. All right, you did great. Unless you got anything else you want to say, let's sign off.
Yeah.
All right. So Big Tom, doing a lot better. Oh, by the way, one more thing. That sitting there when we did the health history interview, that your lower back pain in the moment was a 2.
Yeah.
What is it now?
It's like,
Does it have a number?
I don't even know, honestly. I mean, like, now, no. Like, I don't
So
have pain.
0 right now? That's what I want to hear. 0 walking out.
Yeah, man.
0 pain walking out. Not everybody, but a lot of people, that's how they walk out of my
This
office.
is amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
All right. I'm going to try to close with a hoarse voice. Dr. Eric Herman, the Guru Chiropractor. If you're out there suffering with any back pain, any nerve pain, any headaches, any sciatica, disc problems, and nobody's helping you, and you want to come in and give it a try, I promise you from my heart, I will do my very best for you. I will work extremely hard to help you like I did with this guy. The best way to reach me is through my website, which is Guru Chiropractic, should be on the screen somewhere. You go to my website, there's a Book Now button. Is that what you did?
Yes.
You click the Book Now button, and it'll ask you to put the name, cell phone number, and email address. That goes to my assistant. He gets a notification. He reaches out right away back to you, and you guys can work out questions. We do text only. Why? Because it's more efficient. Because sometimes I get 100 people reaching out to me within, a couple days, and I don't want to hire a whole phone bank of people. One person with texting can handle that, as opposed to 5 people. So I'd rather have one person, keep my overhead lower so I don't have to raise my prices for you guys, right? But that's why we do it. Or you could reach me directly, not me, but my assistant, by texting 908-224-3080, okay? I have a YouTube channel, Guru Chiropractor. In fact, I'm on all social media as Guru Chiropractor. Check me out, like my pages. Yes, it'll help me, but it'll also get the word out about what this kind of chiropractic is and what it does for people. And it'll help a lot more people that are out there stranded with no hope and not getting well. It'll help a lot of those people. So if you want to do that, I would greatly appreciate that. Signing off. Have a great winter. If you need me, come on through. I'll do my very best to help you out like I did here. Peace and love out.